Alright, for anybody who doesn't want to be a doctor, lawyer, accountant, whatever else that we do, there's three things you got to handle. A, you got to make sure that you really, really want it, because your parents aren't going to approve. So if you don't really want it, if you just think it's a good idea to become famous or rich quick, or it looks cool on TV, or I watch Wiz Khalifa's blogs and that's the life. Nah, you gotta really want it, because you're gonna go against your parents. They're not gonna want you to do it because it's not a secure industry. You're not making $50,000, $60,000 out the gate. You're hustling, you're sacrificing, you're interning, you're spending late nights in the studio. When your boys are out, you're here in the studio, or in front of your desk, or writing rhymes. Like, sacrifice has to be made, which is the second part. If you're not sacrificing, if you're saying, oh well, I'll do it Thursday night when I got no homework and I got nothing to do, it's not for you. It's not for you. Like, I know my boy Jules is a lab rat. You can look into his eyes and know he just did a 12-hour session. You know what I mean? And you gotta let your pride go. That's the third thing. You gotta let your pride go, because you're gonna have to intern. You're gonna have to kiss butt. You're gonna have to make a name for yourself. And a lot of that is by sacrifice. It's about not getting money, not getting credit up front. You gotta be humble and hungry, because once you think you're the best, that you're the man, people sense that. And there's a lot of cocky people in this industry. And there's two types: the one that deserve to be cocky because they got a proven track record, or the guy who thinks that's the way to act and just does it because he wants to look cool, or thinks he deserves something. So make sure your desire is right. Make sure you're ready to sacrifice your time and energy and your own money, and stay humble. Like, stay super humble. And if I had to throw a fourth point in just as a bonus, like, don't just hang around Korean Americans all the time. There's not a whole lot of us that are in the industry all the way. Like, you gotta be able to rub shoulders with other races. You gotta be able to be comfortable in new environments. You can't be hanging out at the same club and the same cafe and the same bookstore and think that somebody's gonna hear what you're doing. So get out there, network, just stay on the grind, and don't give up. Don't give up. Let a couple years go by before you even contemplate quitting, which actually that thought should never cross your mind. Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to the crew that I grew up with, Tech Squad. And also for the new homies that I'm rolling through, Rise Up, my 2.0 school. Big shout outs to KTLwebmag, no doubt. They're doing big things. Like, it's a slow momentum getter, but y'all gonna see in about a year or two, it's KTL all over ATL. And I love the fact that they're trying to represent who we are to the masses. I also want to give a big shout out to obviously the people I'm working with: Jetty Ray, Jay Berna, Jay Lada, Sammy Yee, Rise Up Band, JR, and especially to those cats who've been paving the way for Atlanta. And this is just for y'all's history, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's Gully, who's been making beats that, they used to have the Kamikaze crew back in the day. Jules, Wano, I know my boy Kato's out there doing his thing. Everybody show support and love to those cats. Louis Chong with Sky High Labs. I know they're out there hustling too. Who else is there? And just all the other cats like Lyrics, Manifest, Decipher, all those guys that have been doing it. Shogunna, I don't know them personally, but I know that they've been on the grind and they've been paving the way, and that's why Far East Movement can do what they do, because the general masses is ready to accept an Asian face in the forefront. So, just big shout out to Atlanta altogether, yo. Like, let's get together, let's do work, and let's watch the city rise. Alright, things to look out for. Jay Berna's mixtape, we're about 80% done. I want to say his first video and single will be released at the end of June. Big shout outs to P Kong Fu for putting that video together. This spot we're in right now is my own personal studio. We're hanging out on Buford Highway right now. OG Buford Highway, not that north side new school stuff. I'm talking about Hollywood, freaking the original Tonkyote, this side of Buford Highway, alright? Anyway, so we're up here in the studio on Buford Highway, OG status, and I just got off a meeting yesterday with this kid named Rorik, who's a dope engineer. And so we're about to open up this studio for all you guys who need cheap studio time but still gonna get quality work in a quality lounge and chilling area. So we're looking to charge about $30 an hour. So if you want to get at me, you need some studio time, hit me up, 404-663-1061. Hopefully they can put the phone number somewhere on the screen. I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, I'm working on that. We're about to get into a production deal with Jetty Ray. So she'll have a full LP done. Hopefully she gets signed to a major. And then Jay Lotta, I'm working with him. He's out in LA, but his mixtape's been done. So we're working on a marketing plan to get his music released. And just keep your ears out for Rise Up Band. They're doing conferences, retreats, church events all over the Southeast. So if you need a dope, powerful worship team, hit me up, same number. Or you can email me at danny.eun@gmail.com for more information on that. And just steady on the grind, managing artists, producing, songwriting, getting the studio ready, and networking with all of Atlanta just so that we can get going.